so it's working. And then I just do start recording. And then come over here. And it's night. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised I didn't die. And then that's it. That's all there is to it.
Sounds good. Wait, are you recording?
Yeah, but just because I'm recording doesn't mean that I'm like recording. I'll still go back and edit everything, so it doesn't matter too much. I try to not overthink it because the more I think about it, the more I'm not myself. And
Gotcha.
the whole thing is I just want to be I just want to be like myself. So why overthink it?
Exactly.
I just kind of say like, hello, welcome back to another day in our little Mesa Valley. Looks like our tree farm's grown a lot overnight, I suppose. We'll just be doing the same thing we were doing yesterday and just talking about life and trying to gather resources for the cool little western town I want to build. And then also today, my wife's here to help me by actually asking me the questions. And I just lost my pickaxe.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, wife.
Hello.
Here, let me. Have I shown you at all actually this world that I'm currently messing around in?
Nope. It looks really cool, huh? I like the different striation in the mountain peaks.
So I haven't.
Pretty.
So I didn't. My wife, she doesn't play much of any Minecraft, and you've only played like once before, but you didn't really like. You didn't really like play it. You just kind of almost.
I did. I tried to help build a little farm.
It's true, but as far as like you don't understand like maybe like the rules of the game or anything, or how the game functions or anything.
I couldn't craft anything.
You couldn't mine the craft.
No. I can chop down stuff.
Hey?
Actually, can I? Yeah,
you
I think
could.
I can.
You could. But so these like mountains around me I didn't make. The only thing I've made is these little wooden structures that are at the end of this little wood farm that I've got going on here. So like, sorry, my mouse got cut on that. Just this stuff down here is all I've done. So I'm trying to. It's easier to see the vision when these trees aren't in the way, but I'm trying to make like an old western kind of town thing.
That's awesome.
I think it is.
Are you gonna have a train?
Well, so I was saying that the other time. So I actually didn't originally think that idea. Another person that I play with sometimes in the server, he wants to build in this area with me, and there's actually train tracks that naturally spawned over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wants to make a little train that goes through our area and then also connects our area back to where some of our other friends are playing across the valley.
That's really awesome.
So, yeah.
Clever.
Yeah, but
and how serendipitous that the tracks just appeared over yonder.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know they could spawn above ground. I often don't play normal Minecraft. I play modded Minecraft. Like with my one friends, like and that's actually it's almost like a completely different game to be honest. Like it's funny because it's been so many years since I've consistently played normal Minecraft that I actually don't know a lot of how the game.
Wait, is this
works
right now normal?
Yes, this right now is pretty normal. There's a couple slight variations called plugins, but those are mostly just quality of life things for the server. Like they're in. I'm pretty sure in normal Minecraft, there's no such thing as like plugins or things like that. Like there wouldn't be like a wood cutting level. At least I'm pretty sure not. That's one of those things.
Game?
That's one of those things. Like so again, one of my friends owns this server, and so that's just a plugin they have where you can like get some like I guess in server currency. But none of that stuff really pertains to me. Most of the time, I just get distracted by it. In fact, I probably could go into my settings and go. I know there's like a. Where is it? One of these makes the chat become smaller. Is it the UI scale? Ooh, I just turned off smooth lighting. If I can't find it next like 3 seconds, I'll just give up on it. But oh, chat settings, chat, hidden. Perfect. I don't gotta worry about it. Cool. That's kind of smart of me. I don't know why I didn't think of that last time. most of the time it's hard not to want to do the things it tells me to do. But
Oh, okay.
I'll just turn it off that way it doesn't distract us while we're trying to play. You falling asleep over there?
Sounds good.
You're falling asleep over there?
Sorry. We just started. I'm sorry. I'm so
Wow,
sleepy.
I guess it is hard work listening to me yap.
No, it's just late, but I'm happy to be here.
Wow, spoken like a true mother, not a college kid. What happened to staying up late driving to Idaho by accident?
And actually, there were train tracks involved in that.
What? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
How were there train tracks involved in that story?
Well, me and my roommate went for a drive because she needed to talk out her boy troubles. And so she was driving, I was in the passenger seat, and then she was just telling me everything going on in her love life and also everything not going on in her love life. And
That's tough.
and we both were so engrossed in the conversation and are both navigationally challenged, so much so that all of a sudden we looked up and realized we were in the middle of nowhere, and we had actually accidentally driven into another state without meaning to. And we were quite lost, but there was a little mom and pop store we ended up going into randomly, and then and then at one point we're just literally in the middle of nowhere, and then there's this hill, this steep bank that goes up to some train tracks, and there's a stop sign right before the train tracks, right before the steep hill. But my roommate goes, "There's no one around," and she just like zooms up the hill and doesn't slow down. Yeah, doesn't stop, let alone even slow down at all. And so we hit the bank, and the car goes flying over, like literally flying over the train tracks.
I didn't know that.
It was really funny. And then we both afterwards, after we landed back on the ground, we're like, "Oh, that's why there's a stop sign there."
There's no one around.
So it was very funny, and we ended up eventually making our way back to
Another land.
yes. It's
Love that
really
for you.
funny.
Like, you realize that, like, prospectively, like, if you were, like, in Europe, like, that's, like, equivalently, like, driving to a different country.
Yeah, and they're big states, but out west, so it's not like
What,
it's not like we're up in the Northeast and like just these tiny little states. They're pretty sizable. They're pretty sizable states
Yeah.
out west.
like, throwing state shade.
I mean,
There's some large states in the
have
East
some more
Coast.
landmass. We do have a lot more landmass than those little original
Little
original 13 colonies.
The little guys. That's terrible. You are falling asleep.
I'm just saying, the Wild West is pretty awesome. Back east is cool too. I do like the humidity, and I like how green it is.
Ain't that the truth? But I got you on today. You have my questions today. That way I'm not
do.
having to look away. And that way you can actually ask me more kind of like feedback off of the questions instead of just asking them and then me hoping I did a sufficient enough job and then moving on. Did I really use all that? That's crazy. So you got any good questions over there?
Yeah, these are some good ones. I'm trying to pick what we want to start with.
Whatever you think.
Let's see.
I have not read any of them yet. So I wanted to not overthink anything. I just wanted to have a candid
just
answer.
pick a category. Do you want
What are the categories?
Do you want deep and reflective questions, personal and vulnerable questions, or light but meaningful questions?
Why don't you start off with a light, but wow, I really ran out. Just right there at the end. Why don't we start with some nice, light, and meaningful question?
What's your favorite thing to do that helps you recharge?
Uh, not spend time with my kids. Respectfully. Um, just one favorite thing? I don't know. Pin it down to one is a little hard, but because I mean, I really do. Obviously, I like playing video games an awful lot. That does help me a great deal, but in some ways, it doesn't, or I guess I shouldn't say doesn't, but some ways it can cause stress and anxiety. So I guess I really do just, I mean, I know it's probably not the healthiest thing, but I really do just enjoy watching a nice YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like just a nice calming YouTube video, nothing too crazy going on. Just, I think,
Makes sense.
I think that'd be my nice answer.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not the best answer, but it's what I do.
Sounds good. What's something that always makes you laugh no matter how many times you see it?
That one video of you. The one
Where
where,
I'm imitating.
yeah, you knew
Where I'm
exactly when you come in the room and you have a Mountain Dew bottle and you're wearing my one hoodie and you go, "Hi, I'm me," and like you start like teasing me and making fun of me like in a very kind, jovial way. That's probably something that just thinking about it, I have a big smile.
Hi, I'm Perry and I drink Mountain Dew.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's probably something that always makes me laugh.
That's awesome.
That and half the stuff our sweet son says.
Yes.
He,
True.
it's quite the sense of humor.
He does. He really does. And he's quite quick.
Mm-hmm.
He's a clever boy. What's one game you wish you could play again for the first time?
Wow, that's a good question. Wow. Play again for the first time. Oh, I know the answer.
I have a guess of what you're gonna say. I'll see if I'm right.
I think you know what
Is
I'm
it
gonna
Breath
say.
of the Wild?
No, Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, okay. I was close.
Tears of the Kingdom. I would want to play Tears of the Kingdom again, mostly because my first time through but really got spoiled because of
I know, that's really unfortunate.
that stupid whatever it was. I think it was like an IGN post because I broke my Master Sword. Because I mean, those that have not played the game, spoilers. I broke the Master Sword as just part of the way the game starts, and I was concerned that somehow I'd soft locked the game, and so I paused my playthrough, my original playthrough, and I searched broke the Master Sword, do I need to restart essentially? And the first post I clicked on was the first one that popped up, and I started reading it, and in the first two sentences, it's many fans were surprised to see the Master Sword get broken, but not as much as they were surprised to find out that Zelda was the dragon and that had the Master Sword later on. And I was like, what the wait, what?
No, that stinks. It got spoiled.
I was so bummed out about it.
No kidding.
Because I really did love experiencing the story, even secondhand.
Yeah.
Through you essentially. But man, if I could have experienced that crazy adventure with you,
and experienced the reveal organically.
Yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
pretty nice. So that's probably it. To be honest, I don't even know if I would love Minecraft if I were to start over and play it again right now. It is kind of I guess not complicated game, but there's a lot to do, and I don't know. I guess it was perfect for me when I was a kid, but I don't think I would necessarily want to start over now.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons I like it is because of the nostalgia, and another reason I like it is just because I already know kind of more or less what to do and how to do it, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of satisfaction to that.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I'm no professional, I'm no pro builder or speed runner or anything, but it's just nice. It's nice and relaxing. And it's relaxing because I know what I'm doing, And to your credit, I think that's probably why you didn't enjoy it, because
Probably.
you did not know what you were doing. And you just kind of got thrown into it. So.
Yeah. True. Well, sweet.
What are you doing over there?
Silencing your phone so you can't hear me go click, click, click every time I have to put in your password to get back into the
I had
question.
not heard that once yet, but I did hear you do the. Like, did you unsilence it and silence it like 10 times?
I didn't mean I couldn't see where the silence button was, so I was just fiddling with it in the dark.
Yeah, I heard.
I didn't realize I had found it for several seconds.
Several times it sounded like you found it.
Okay, what's your favorite memory of us just doing nothing?
You and me?
Yes.
Just doing nothing. Funnily enough, probably going right back to Zelda. I really loved when we were in our first place together.
Oh yeah, and the first time I saw you play Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it wasn't the first time, but it was one of the first times I was playing Breath of the Wild.
Or sorry, the first time that I ever watched.
Yes.
It being played. Sorry, excuse me.
Yes, and I think it was right around either your birthday or Mother's Day. I think it must have been Mother's Day. And I got you that.
It was summertime.
I got you that rocking chair.
Yeah.
And you were just kind of relaxing in it, and I was just having a good time playing the game. And I think your sister came over, and she was like, "Oh, it's a cool rocking chair." And
and I was pregnant.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, I got it as a gift for Mother's Day." And then right as I did that,
Eliza.
yeah, and then right as I did that, like I unlocked one of the towers. Am I really out of spruce wood? That stinketh. I'll have to replant some of these. I don't want to keep planting here because I like the dirt here as part of the aesthetic, but I am running out of spruce trees and I don't want to run off to Kingdom Come to get more.
I knew you were gonna say that. Like,
you did?
I literally
was
in my head.
Very specific.
I thought he's gonna say Kingdom Come. I just could feel
it. Like the only place I can get spruce is like where even is it? It's like
East Coast. I'm just kidding. I
think it's like way over there.
I mean, I meant West Coast, not East Coast. West Coast.
Yeah, and then like that song started playing, and it was really overly epic, and it was really funny.
Yeah, I got this chair for my wife. It was quite epic.
Yeah, exactly. So that's probably one of my favorite memories.
That was a very fun summer with lots of kayaking and lots of time together. And
yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah,
lots of Zelda, lots of walks. We did a 5K that summer when I was pregnant, and it was great.
And
we won.
We
won it
by accident, kind of.
Everyone else got lost.
Well.
So we kind of won by luck, I guess, because
it wasn't luck as much as it was just bad planning by
I know, because everyone
event organizers
everyone went down the wrong road, but fortunately, one of the organizers happened to be right by us when we were at that crucial turning point, and she's like, "No, come this way. It's actually supposed to be this way." Like everyone else went the wrong way, but we went the right way, and so we won.
It was great.
It was great. It's a happy day.
How do I make this? It's hard to make a circle in a game exclusively made out of
squares.
I could do this. That's too narrow for right now. So what I'll do is I'll back it up one, and I will do right here, and then. Nice yawn. Right into the mic.
Sorry. I'll try to yawn in another direction next time.
I have one direction for some reason when you said that.
What's a place you've never been to but feel drawn to?
Ireland. Hands down, Ireland.
You have like what, 5% Irish in you?
I don't know. Something.
or kids who have 5% Irish?
I don't know.
Maybe you have more, like 10. I can't remember.
I don't know. Not enough to actually know the actual percentage. Let's see what that looks like from outside. These 20-minute days go by fast.
Ireland.
Oh yeah, that's good. I'm pretty sure. I'm liking that. Well, now I have spruce. The bank is kind of done. I mean, I couldn't put a little topper on it. It comes to an abrupt, like, flat stop. So, actually, what I'll do is I'll also work on the interior because I know I need a bunch of chests in here. All right.
All right, we're moving on to the next category.
You're fully in charge of that. You are question gal tonight.
Sounds good. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. If you could relive one day of your life, which one would you pick?
There's a lot of ways to interpret that question. Like, would you pick your
Oh, I didn't yawn in
favorite
another
day?
direction. Oops.
You actually yawned closer to the
Sorry.
microphone. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you like leaned into the microphone. To be frank.
Apologies, everyone listening to this. Sorry. Go ahead. The one day you'd relive.
Um. Probably our wedding day, just because it was so giddy and fun.
Yeah.
It was just like the perfect day.
Mhm.
And it was crazy and spontaneous and awesome.
Yes, it was. We literally decided to get married the previous evening, and we got married in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. It was perfect. Perfect for us.
And that's all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's something small that means a lot to you in our relationship?
Good question. I don't know. Something small like that you do, or something small just in our relationship that means a lot to me.
Just what's something small that means a lot to you in our relationship? Just anything. I don't. It could be interpreted as a small action or some shared folklore or private joke, or it could be some I don't know, an attribute we share or an interest we share, something like that.
Ah, dang it! I just yanked my mic so hard. I'm so sorry for that. I'll have to remember to fix that in the recording. I mean, I know it's really silly, but I really like it when you bring home sodas for me.
No, that's a perfect small thing. That's
Like-
meaningful.
It just like I really, really like soda.
You do love
And-
your soda.
When you bring it home to me, it's just always makes my night, and it's like a sweet reward for dealing with the crazy kiddos, and yeah, it means a lot to me.
That's wonderful. I'm glad. Little things can mean the most sometimes.
It's true.
Is there a dream you've let go of, and do you miss it?
100%. Probably the biggest one is being a video game designer. I remember when I was in high school, I like with great vigor and passion wanted to be a video game designer. I remember I prayed for it, and I was like telling everybody like, yeah, like, I'm gonna do it, and I was even telling like friends like, if like later in life like I change my mind and do something else, like you gotta stop me, like you gotta make sure that I do it. And I've since given up on that dream. I guess giving up is a harsh word, but I think more adequately, I have just grown into other dreams.
Way of saying it.
I just personally, I went out and got into the world and lived life and found that I really, really love people and I really want to spend time with people. And I don't think that being in a cubicle all day or being even at home all day without interacting with people would be good for me. Even if I was making fun games and having a good time with my friends, I'm just such a people person. Like, which is funny because I'm actually more of an introvert myself. I just love.
But you really love people one-on-one.
Yeah.
Not like big groups, but like one-on-one. Meaningful connection.
Yeah, exactly. Good way of putting it. Does that look better like that? You gotta help me out, landscaper. No, I'm thinking I'm gonna put like some fences on top and have like a little like walk around on the top.
Oh,
like
yeah. You could put some plants up there too.
yeah.
Maybe have some trees up on the roof.
You're perfect for this game. You landscape, or I guess hardscape architect in the making. So I'm gonna use some of these, some steaks. Did I answer the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. Your dream of being a video game designer.
Oh
But
yes, but I've since moved on. Oh, and I do not regret it. No,
you don't. Okay.
I'm really happy with what my
Good.
current dreams are and what I'm currently doing.
Good.
Wouldn't want it any other way right now.
That looks great.
And
Looks-
like
it
a
looks
little
nice.
tie-in over here.
I like the color contrast between the tan and the deep brown.
I might make
Looks cool.
this
Good
more
textures.
like I might take this back and make it like a walk up like that. Ooh, ooh, not as much contrasting. No,
Put some papers in.
get some papers in there. And then I'll like top that with a spruce slab. Perfect. Yeah, I like that better. I do
It
need
looks
to
nice.
I need to add some texture into that wall with some stairs in some certain places. Like if I do I like, because I'm trying not to have a lot of doors. Because I don't think in a Wild West town you'd necessarily have doors everywhere. I think you'd have more like kind of just like walk-ins. But I mean, I don't know. This is
With
a
yeah,
bank.
with the saloon doors.
Yeah,
The half
exactly.
saloon doors, yeah.
So I was thinking like I'll do a lot of these like trap doors, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that works. That works great.
But I hope that makes sense, even though this is a bank. I guess a bank would probably have more doors. And
It's probably
to be
gonna
honest-
get robbed if it's a Wild West town.
Well, I was even thinking I might even like make this like a heist like in the past and like have like
That'd
a
be
big hole
fun.
right here.
Oh, like the remaining evidence of a long ago
Yeah,
heist. That's a fun
exactly.
idea. I like that.
Oh, actually, I was gonna look into what
It's
I
a
could
very
do
fun
with
idea. You're so creative.
what it would be. I don't. There it is. Yeah, these. I was gonna use these chain plank or these iron bars. I was gonna do this.
That's perfect. Gotta keep themselves safe at the bank.
Right?
Them tellers gotta be safe.
Them tellers do gotta be safe. Remember to vote.
For what? The new bank head? The new bank president?
Does it look slim to put like right there? Or does it look completed?
I think that looks good because, and maybe leave one open on the other side for them to like.
Oh,
talk
right,
to
of course.
people. One or two.
I think one looks good. Nice big gap.
Where's the safe? I guess there's the chests, right?
Yeah, so this will actually also have functionality to it and all. In fact, I'll probably go get all of my stuff real quick and organize all of this in.
It did make a thumbnail.
That's not us.
No, it's not.
Oh, I forgot there's not those things in here. Stuff. Monster drops. And then I'll put some food in there.
Here's a good question. What do you think people misunderstand about you?
I think I've always been misunderstood in the fact that I think a lot of people think that I'm lazy. Whoa, what the? Hello.
Hi, are those
It's
llamas?
the Wandering Traveler, or whatever his name is. Yeah, Wandering Trader. I
Wandering
don't
merchant
actually
and his
have any
llamas.
emeralds, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but
Can you
sorry,
buy his llamas?
I cannot.
Can you ride them?
I cannot.
Ride them. Ride them. That would be so cool.
I cannot.
They're
Can I
all
trade
decked
any
out
for it?
with their fancy bridles and saddles.
Sorry, dude, I don't have any emeralds. I would
They're
love to get some of
trimmings.
that red sand off you. But
I love that Rocky Mountain range back there, like with all the different colors.
right? That's what I
It's
wanted to
really
build
cool.
here. It looks just so awesome.
It
Looks very Wild West. I
right?
love it.
Yes, sorry, back to the question. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people, they see me and they see the way I choose to live my life and interact with the world, and I think they misinterpret, uh, I think, like my like just relaxed disposition with like laziness or like lack of concern. Um, and like I've always had people like say like don't you like shouldn't you like be worried about this? Shouldn't you be like, doing this? And then a lot of times people are surprised at the amount of effort and things I have put in when once I tell them if they ask. But yeah, I'm just trying to live life and live a more relaxed life. Like I'm still working hard, and like I've told you in the past, like I prepare the best I can today to not worry about tomorrow. And if something goes wrong, it's like worrying about it's not gonna fix anything. I just gotta fix it, you know. Like I feel like I'm more often than not a pretty cool as a cucumber kind of guy. Like when everything was going wrong with Enix's birth, like I was stressed, but you know, I rather than like let that stress out, I just focus on what's the next thing that has to happen to get everything taken care of, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, you're very, very cool-headed in stressful and emergency situations. That's for sure.
right. And I think people take that like cool headedness and they think I just don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just that worrying and stressing isn't gonna help me. So why do it?
Yeah, no kidding. What's something you've never told anyone but feel comfortable sharing now?
Just give you quite the look. Something I've never told anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's hard because I'm pretty sure I told you almost everything.
We don't have to do that one.
Let me mull it over and think if there's anything I've ever not told you. Something I've never told anyone but feel comfortable sharing now. I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty open book. I
It's just
guess.
something random,
I guess.
like not something like a deep secret or anything, but just
Well,
like
I'm trying to think. I don't really have any deep, even like random secrets or random. I guess something would be that when I was younger, I really wanted to be like a race car person or a dirt bike racer. Like that was a pretty big goal I had.
yeah,
I don't think I ever told anyone that. Like
that's cool.
I did like a couple like essentially what would be like little league dirt bike races when I was a kid, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was something I was really big into, and if I would have never lost my dirt bike as a kid, I may have kept up. I don't know.
How'd you lose your dirt
Family just moved, and then when we got where we going, or when we got where we went, I should say, the dirt bike just was not brought with. I'm pretty sure it was sold.
lost in the road?
Well, that and I became bigger,
Oh,
and so
work for you anymore. Gotcha.
right. So
Hmm.
that's a bit of a bummer. I wish I never stopped riding dirt bikes. Like it was just so much fun, such a liberating and freeing feeling.
Yeah, that's fun. What part of your personality do you wish people saw more often?
Especially when I was like working full time, I feel like people only saw me as like this like almost authoritarian figure and like all stuffy and professional and which is just so not me. It's so like the opposite of who I am. I wish people I guess people see that a little bit more nowadays, but it's mostly because the majority of people I interact with just know me for who I am. But regardless, to answer the question, I guess if people like knew that like I'm just a by and large a jolly guy, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just trying just to be happy and have a good time, you know. That's all I'm about.
Hmm.
I think most people see that nowadays, but
Yeah.
especially back then.
Well, maybe you should just very briefly explain why you don't work full time anymore.
I already have.
Oh, okay, in your past videos.
I have in fact.
Well, fantastic.
But to re-summarize, because you so kindly requested, uh, I am just going to school now. I'm going to school, and well, I was going to school before, but it was part time. Now I'm going to school full time, trying to finish my degree, and at home watching the kids. And you're out providing for our family and working for our family, being a cool hardscape specialist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just where we're at right now. That's just what's best for our family and life, and it's been pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I feel like it's just missing something. Like if I just put like bank, like a sign that says bank above it, I think that would help.
Yeah, I think so.
Actually, I've got the wood to keep working on the clock tower, so I might do that.
Let's do.
2 more.
Okay, sounds good.
I literally just made a crafting bench, and I'm standing right next to a crafting bench. Hilarious.
Let's see. Got it. Pick 2 good ones. Just a second.
Ask some deep questions, not about me, just about like
Sure.
the world,
Do
or my
you,
viewpoints of the world.
Do you think everything happens for a reason?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you may not feel the reason initially, but I do believe that everything does happen for a reason. You know, like I've said in previous things, like I'm a devout Christian, and I believe there's a divine plan for everybody, and so yeah, doesn't mean that everything is always peachy keen, goes the way you want it to, but doesn't mean there's not a plan just because it's not the plan you had, you know.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Torn between 2 different ones.
Well, then ask both of them. If they're both short like that, then
Okay.
we're in no worries.
What is a truth about life that's hard to accept?
Truth about life that's hard to accept. I think 2 come to mind instantly, and one is that good things happen to bad people all the time, like every day, and bad things happen to good people all the time, every day. And that's not like I know a lot of people that when like I said, a lot of atheists really that's kind of on their biggest grudge with God is like if God exists, why would good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people like every single day all over the world? And my viewpoint on that is at least what I tell people is like I don't know why bad things happen to good people. I don't know why just terrible tragedies occur all the time in every corner of the world, and I really don't know. But at least for me personally, I know that God loves us and that He's looking out for us, and I don't think He wants us to go through tragedies and pains and suffering just for fun, for kicks and giggles. But I personally don't know the exact reason why terrible things like that happen, but I know God loves us and that He'll watch out for us, and hopefully He'll use that. We'll choose to let those bad things that happen to us make us into better people.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree. Yeah, good answer. Okay, one last question.
And then you are going to sleep.
That's right. The last question is, how late are you going to stay up playing Minecraft? Just kidding.
No.
The question is, what do you think love really means? What? What's that look? What is it too? Is it too cliche sounding of a question?
No, I just thought of other things. What do I think love really means? Um, I guess it's not a cliche question. It's just a very grandiose question. It's hard to give it
Pretty
a
wide
justifiable
scope
answer
yeah.
because it kind of depends on what your definition of love
Well,
is.
and I feel like, unfortunately, in English language, the word love is there's not like different variations of the word love like there are in other languages.
Yeah,
I think is very helpful because it's unfortunate that we say that it means it's the same word to say
I love burritos.
yeah, and I love you to your spouse.
Right.
And it's like unfortunate that it's the same word. It's like I wish there were different versions of the word love. I know in Latin, I believe it's Latin, that there are many different forms of the word love. Some are more platonic, some are familial,
Right.
between like parents and children. Some of them are
like exclusively for
actually
lovers.
romantic.
Right.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
But so I guess I'll give you two answers, just to keep you awake longer. No. I'll give you two answers. Ooh, I like the dimensionality of that. That's nice. Sorry. Oh, goodness, I keep. Goodness. Goodness. One is love is in the sense of like a relationship, and then the other one I'll do love as in the sense of liking things, I guess. But to answer each, I think love in a relationship has very little to do actually with your personal affection towards like a person as far as like their individual traits go and their hobbies and things. I think love in a relationship is almost like long suffering in the Bible.
Yeah.
It to me is more just I want to be with you. I want to go through life with you. I want to grow with you. I want to change with you. It's not a like, hey, I think we're a really good fit together. Let's hitch up and get married and call it a life. Like, I think that's such a shallow look of life, in my opinion. Or not life, but love. I think, you should love somebody. And there's another thing is you don't really choose love. I think, in that sense, in the romantic sense, I think you grow into love.
Yeah.
And so, kind of looping back on myself, like being in love with someone doesn't mean that you just love you like the same things they like and you guys are a really good match and everything goes peachy keen all the time. For me, I think that it means more like I want to grow with you. I want to learn from you. I hope you can learn from me. I want to work together to make the world a better place for children that we'll have and for ourselves. That's I think what love is to me, is just it's a commitment to each other to not just be a different person, but to become different people together, and it's a commitment to be on a journey with somebody for a greater purpose.
Yeah, exactly. It's saying I want to do the adventure of life with you.
Yeah, good way of taking my rambling and de-scrambling.
Well, it was very good what you said. There are a couple different terms in Latin for love, but I realized I meant to say in Greek is what I was more thinking of. There
Well,
are
a lot of
several.
Spanish languages like
Well, right, I'm
like
sure
Portuguese.
there are multiple languages that have, but I remember in one of my English classes specifically learning about. I think it was either Greek or Latin, but regardless, I did find a few interesting Greek words that I wanted to share.
Sure.
Just to wrap up towards the end of our chat. So in Greek, eros, the word eros, is in reference to passionate and romantic love, specifically. The word philia, which ironically in Portuguese means daughter, right?
Yep.
Although this is spelled with a PH, but it sounds the same. Philia means it represents deep friendship, affection, and companionship. And then the word, and I do not know how to pronounce Greek, but storge.
Don't ask me.
It denotes familial love, affection, and tenderness. And then there's agape. I'm probably saying it wrong, but
Well,
agape.
that would make sense, saying that we are not Grecian and
That's
do not
true.
speak
We are
such
not Grecians.
language.
We are not Greeks. Agape means it characterizes selfless, unconditional, and universal love. And then I feel like this was the one that we did in my English class. I think it might have been the Greek. I remember agape. And then philautia describes self-love, which can have both positive and negative connotations. Ludus represents playful and affectionate love, often associated with early stages of a relationship or crushes.
What is it?
It's kind of a fun one. Ludus.
Sorry.
What?
I thought you said lettuce.
Lettuce.
No,
Lettuce.
I like lettuce too.
Playful love. Lettuce.
Mm.
But yes, lettuce. Playful or affectionate love.
BLT, hold the affectionate love.
Yeah, the BLT actually stands for bacon, lettuce, tomato. And then the last one right on this list is pragma, which indicates a practical, enduring love, often found in long-term relationships. So when love is mutually beneficial and even for survival and longevity and to continue on the human race in your own line. It's practical. Pragma. So anyway, I think that's really interesting. I really enjoy linguistics. I think it's really insightful to learn about different words in different languages.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, I really enjoyed our discussion.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything you shared.
Thanks for chatting with me.
And your Wild West town is looking beautiful.
I'm surprised
And
I didn't
wild.
actually make more progress. Like, I mean, we worked a little bit. We finished the bank up. We actually did the interior of it.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I guess actually
Slowly
what
but surely.
I'll quickly add a little. Oh, no, I missed the thing. I'll quickly add a roof access from the storage area. Yeah, I'm so eager to get going on this, but the thing is, I really need a lot of material and resources. I have a lot of this kind of wood, this lighter one called oak, but I really want more of that dark one. I feel like
I
that's
like the dark one.
I feel like
It's
that's more
quite
westerny than
stunning,
the oak
yes.
one is. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think next time, what I probably will end up doing is, because I just feel like the majority of my time, I think I'm just like farming resources.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it doesn't really matter what I'm doing, just that I'm having a good time. But I think next time I might just spend the whole time just farming an absurd amount of resources. That way, in the future, I can just kind of focus more on just the building, just the projects. But
That sounds good.
thanks for chatting with me. I really appreciate your company. It's
Yeah,
fun
it was
talking. It's kind of like a
lovely.
little date for us.
It was a little date night. It's really nice after the kids go to bed, and it's nice to have a focused activity to do together. So
Maybe
I'm
we can do this
grateful for this time.
more often, as long as we're getting done at a good hour.
Mhm.
Probably can't be done
Probably
this
not
late on
this late
on a work day.
Work night, yeah.
But Yeah, thank
That
you.
that was lovely.
Well,
So.
that was a little llama behind us, but
Well, good luck to you and the rest of your
I'll get
crafting
off.
adventures.
I'll go to
Oh,
sleep.
okay, okay.
I'll go to sleep. But
Sounds good.
if
Well-
anyone's out there watching, I appreciate you watching, and hopefully, if you have time, we'll be able to continue next time, gather more resources, and continue to slowly build up our new town. I think the bank, and none of these buildings I think are going to be done right now. I think that there's still a lot of detailing I'll go back and do later. I'll add like stairs and whatnot, and wherever it's going to look good and make sense. But I think with the bank done and the clock tower starting to look actually more like a clock tower, I think next time I will either work on either the saloon or the hotel. I might do the hotel just because I want to be able to have some of my buddies that also on the server with me have a nice place in this area to come to. But
There's the llama guy again.
the llama guy is invisible. Like you can't really see him. He's got like bubbles on him. His llamas are still
Why is
there.
he invisible?
I don't know. He's just
An
like
invisible
that.
potion or something?
Yeah, he's just like that. But
He's an exotic fella. Got some interesting magical properties.
all right. Well, thanks for joining me in this video, and thank you, Liza, for also joining me.